Hey everybody, what is going on? I wanted to talk to you today about one of the most important things that you should be doing every day that I think is probably pretty easy to let fall back in your priority list because it's kind of tedious and it might be kind of intimidating, especially if you're newer. You might be thinking like, I'm not ready for this just yet. And what I'm talking about is the Galactic Arena. It is really important that you at least come in here and use your 5 every day. I've saved mine for the sake of this video, and then refill as you can. As your military rank goes up, I think it lets you buy more every day. I can't remember if that applies here. It applies in some places, but it's really important to come in here and do this. And the reason is because in the shop, the Galactic Arena shop, getting this currency so that you can get res and get copies of res is incredibly important. Ignore the rest of this stuff. Absolutely don't buy these limited cards. Don't buy this stuff in this shop. You're going to want to invest in copies of res. I know it seems like it's forever away, right? It's so far away. It really doesn't take that long. I'm on my main account. I'm about halfway through my first month on my login calendar, and I've got 1 copy of res, and I'm well beyond halfway to my next copy of res. So it'll happen, all right? You just have to get in here and do it every day. And the reason it might seem like it's kind of intimidating when you're new is because you might think, I don't have 3 full teams of champs geared right now. I'm not ready to come in here and do this yet. But let's talk about how you can approach it and have some success in here, okay? I think what happens maybe a lot is people get hung up on trying to win every single round. So you're constantly spreading your champs around and trying to keep your power levels even. And you don't have to do it that way, okay? So let's come in here and revisit, because I think when I was new, I just kind of dumped all my champs in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean it all out, and we're going to start over completely from scratch. And the thing to keep in mind here in the Galactic Arena is you really only need to win 2 rounds. You don't need 3 strong teams. You need 2 strong teams, right? It's best 2 out of 3. So if you will have 2 strong teams that you can pick and choose, what you'll run into a lot, especially in the lower levels, is people spreading themselves too thin, right? These power, like this one is clearly their strongest team, and then their second strongest, but it's like if they would consolidate their power into 2 teams, it would be a little bit harder to come in here and get a win, right? Whereas since they've kind of spread it all out evenly, we can jump in here and see. So the first team, let's see. I'm gonna go with Artis up front. I think I'll throw him in as well. I'm digging him. We're gonna throw Karma in and Omar. Should we just go super strong on the first team? Let's go. Yeah, let's go you. And then I reckon for this last one, I'm not sure which team I want to give the healer to yet. I reckon this one. I reckon he'll do better if we give him a heal. So we'll go pretty strong on this team. We'll drop a Rhoda to boost their damage. And since we're rocking him, 3 or more enemies at the same time. Also, I don't know if his counts as that. I think it would. He's an interesting kind of AoE. If you watch his fireballs, it's kind of funky looking. We'll give acid energy skill. Let's do that. And then we'll go. That'll be fun. All right, so our first team is at 195. Second team isn't going to be quite that strong. But we'll go Oysa up front. We'll go Taylor in the back. We'll go Omar. We'll go Sorietta. And do we want to go another tank up front? Or do we just want to go full frontal assault there? That might be the way to go. And I reckon we'll give everyone the bigger boost there. I don't hate that one. Actually, Inner Fire, though. Inner Fire is a good one. For the blue ones, the ones that you can get access to early in the game, Inner Fire is dope. It covers 3 classes, and it boosts the crit rate of their normal attacks. It's pretty solid. Especially for a blue one, it's pretty solid. And then here, we'll just drop that one in. So now we've got 126 on our second team. And then this third team, we can just drop in what we've got left over, right? Oh, I have Serena. I forgot I got my Serena recently. Interesting. All right, well, what we'll do then is we'll do that. bring you out and we'll put you in. Yeah, and then on the third team, we can throw Omar in the mix. And we'll give... It's a tough call. Let's let you get some playtime. Why not? Pull you back. Like that. Ooh, nice. Alright. We managed to get that one to 105, which is stronger than I thought it was going to be. But we've kind of focused our best champs and where I know my best gear to be around here. So that's what we'll rock with, alright? So now I can jump in and look. Here's another thing to keep in mind. So they've got 185, they've got 84, and they've got 110. Now, I can either try to sweep this and put my strongest team against their strongest team, and then stair step the power levels down like this, right? So 127 to 110, 105 to 84, 189 to 185. This is where you kind of want to start to think about what the best thing to do is going to be here. It's very possible I could lose this round, right? We're pretty evenly matched. I've got some sustain. I think I'll win this round, but they do have a level 150 artist, right? They've got me on levels. They're clearly progressed further than I am here. So that's something for me to keep in mind. That's a lot of levels to have on me right now. I know I'll win these two. I think I'll win these two. Is that Nautilus? Maybe not. So then what I would do, if I'm not sure I can win every all three rounds rather, I'll just pick on their two weakest teams with my two strongest teams. So now I know I'm gonna win this one. And I'll take an L here. And it'll still be a victory, right? I still will have gotten a victory in here. So that's something you can keep in mind. You only have to win 2 rounds, and you don't always have to try to take down their strongest team, right? Let's check out another. So we've got 147, 122, and 104. So we're in a situation here where kind of evenly matched. I have a slight edge here, but they're only running 4 champs. I've probably got that. But like evenly matched. I have a slight edge. I can either roll the dice and hope that all of my evenly matched teams get the wins, or I can just ignore their strongest team and pull my 2 strongest teams to deal with their 2 weakest teams in order. And I can jump in and just take my win, okay? So this doesn't have to be... Don't let this game mode intimidate you. Don't think that you need 3 solid teams to be able to come in here and deal with everything everyone is doing. You only need 2 teams, and you only have to go after their 2 weakest teams. And again, in these lower levels, you're going to run into that a lot. You're going to run into people stacking up one team and then kind of having a decent second team and then not having much of a third team is generally what you're going to see. You don't have to win all 3. If you think you can win all 3, go for it. I think you earn a little bit more if you win all 3. But just come in here and at least get your 5 wins with that method so that you can be accumulating currency for that shop. Because where is it? Here. It's really important. I'm gonna do some showcase on Rez soon. Rez is insane what he can do for your damage dealers. It almost feels like it doesn't make sense how much more damage your damage dealer is going to do with Rez on the team. So we'll show it off lately, but take my word for it for now. He's incredibly important. He's going to boost your guild boss damage a lot, especially. I've used him to get through some soul mine stages that I'm stuck in. Very deep stages on my main account. And I've only gotten him at base level, and I think put the first evolution in him because you don't need a copy for the first one. So he's just purple with the lit up crystal. It's you don't even have to max him out for him to be effective. If you've got a little bit of support on the team, and he can do what he needs to do for your damage dealer, it's going to boost your damage tremendously. So it's not like you're going to have to wait 3 months before you have a few copies and he's usable. You can use him straight out of the gate. So really cool champ, really worth the effort and attention. And hopefully these tips help you feel like you can go into Galactic Arena and have a little bit more success and maybe feel like it's not such an intimidating game mode. And the skip battle function is real good. You can get in there and get out real quick and do something that's very important to do every day. So that's it. I do hope this was helpful. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. If you have any questions, drop them below. I'll do my best to answer them. But that's it. I'm getting out of here. Later, guys.